not miss this opportunity to have this backdrop, to have Mobius loop, Alex on the guitar, and us making our raw living enzyme-rich foods. So I wanted to demonstrate. They've been so busy, so I'm like, look, I'm coming down. We were going to make these anyway, so I'm coming down and making them. You carry on, you carry on. So we thought we'd come down, and I was going to make these anyway. So I'm going to demonstrate making these burgers first, and then I'm going to make a bread. So I'm just going to fire away to see what we got. So I'm going to show you a few bits here. I've just thrown things together. Honestly, burgers, you can make anything you want. And I'm just making sure little Bubby don't come in the way. Meaning, sorry, what I'm saying, you can put most ingredients. These are from the garden. You can put whatever ingredients in you want. These are actually wheatberry. Well, yeah, wheatberry, sprouted wheatberry. We're getting so into sprouted wheatberry. You can make the wheatgrass. You can do the rejuvelate. Oh my gosh, you've got to read up on that stuff. So these are going to go in the burgers and the bread. And then seaweed, forage seaweed. It's courgette from the garden. Beetroot, spring onions. And then we got our mixes here. We've got some tahini. We've got the lush, simply raw, just pure, true ITEL living, true authentic ITEL living. Herbs from the garden, all dry from the garden. So I'm going to not talk too much, and I'm just going to get on with it. There's some other bits from the garden. So let's just fire away, throw it in. So first, I'm going to put water with the wheat berries just to get a moist mix. Put a little bit more berries, sunflower seeds. Really doesn't matter what you use. Don't even have to use these. You can just use veg, and bit of flaxseed, bit of chia seed. It's up to you. So really don't make it complicated. It can be really easy, and then you know what's going in your vessel. This is cheap as well. I do it on purpose. It's even got a little leak. So this is just a simple little machine when I turn it on. So I'm just getting a moist mix first. And then I put it in the S-blade and it dries up. You get the consistency you want. I'm going to do it a bit more. And you basically do it to what you want, really. If you want a real mushy one, you do it more. If you want a kind of more texture, you do it less. But you can always add to the S-blade as well. Sounding beautiful, Alex. So look, there I go. Let's pour that in.
Nice.
You know what? I'm tell you what I'm going to do. If I can get it off. It's going to add a bit of carrot and a few other things to that. Sometimes the carrot can be a bit long, take a bit long in the S-blade, and I want to execute this one so I can get a bread going too. I'm just going to do about that much. Get some spring onions in there. You can use onions. We might use it for the event. We tend to steer away a little bit. And in terms of salt, we don't really use salt occasionally for the festivals. But we have seaweed, our forage seaweed, which is there. Oh my gosh, look at them rich colours. And celery can be a replacement for salt too. There we go. Just going to get that in there. See how that blends up. And this, doing it on this machine is just to show you, you can get a cheap £10, £20 machine and have no excuses. Go on Facebook Marketplace, people are probably giving them away. I was for 3 years just working on £5 blenders, £10 blenders. This is just the garden mix, bit of the garden herbs. You can make this so medicinal. There's dried nettle, dried dandelion, dried borage leaves, dry milk thistle. And you can add more, more herbs from, if you want to go parasite, more parasite, wormwood, walnut, green walnut, which we've got some crackers coming out soon, a cracker recipe coming out soon, which is going to have some awesome crackers. Oh my gosh, medicinal. Just think, you'll be eating a cracker, you'll be getting pure medicine. How awesome is that? If your immune system's down, you can have a bit of cracker, with hopefully spread something really raw and living, and then your immune system, you're all boosted. And meanwhile, parasite crackers, oh my gosh, so every time you have a cracker, you're just keeping them little critters at bay. There we go. See, look, I can just add whatever, well, not quite whatever, but you see what I'm doing. There's just carrots, some other carrots, a bit of I'll chop that, broccoli that we had left around, a little bit of pepper. It's going to be a bit chilly going in because I just fancy doing that. Seaweed soaked already. It's going to be give it a bit of a chunk taste. For those who have a affiliation with a certain type of eating, it has little chunks in it. We put a bit of beetroot in there. And why not make it too long-winded, but there we go. Anyway. Then what else have we got? See, we could put curry in there, but I'm going to maybe we'll work with some bit of cumin. And it's entirely up to the person what they want to do. I'm going to just dry some out of it. Grind some out, should I say? Get that correct. And then, I always start wet. I suggest to everyone, start wet. And then you can control it. You can get the consistency you want. We're going to throw a date in there. There's borage, the herbal, the medicinal, should I say, properties of this. Great, look, it's going into your burger. It's off the charts compared to any, I'm going to say, even raw plant-based burger in the shops, in the mall markets, I'm going to call them. The marrow from our garden is going in. So they're quite soft, so this food processor will do it quite easy. The harder ones I tend to just process up. in a blender. But you can still do them in a food processor. But on purpose, you see, they're cheap. I get them cheap and I sort of give them away or support other people. That probably cost me £10, that probably cost me 15. So I'm doing that on purpose. I do that at festivals, show people that you can just do them, make these things, these gourmet dishes, really simple. Even they can go in. I have some ground dried out grafted buckwheat that's ground, so I'm going to put a bit of that in there. That acts like a flour. Kind of bind it up a bit. You can put flaxseed, more sea moss in there. Sunflower seeds. It goes throwing away. Add some more. That consistency that I would like. Some sesame seeds, any seeds, some sunflower seeds. I fancy putting a bit of that in there. I'm going to grind them. Mobius Loop. We've got an event on the 11th to the 14th of September. These guys are going to be there here. They've been doing amazing stuff over the years. Really appreciate you, love what they're doing. Naming and many kind of wrongdoings that us human species can be doing. Calling it out. Whoops. So I think that's going to be that for that. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but see this now, we would make into burgers.
Wow.
And then
That was amazing.
so really simple, honestly. Don't, whatever excuse, DM me if you feel like you've got an excuse. I'll make it simple. Simple, keep things simple. That's what I say. Simplicity. I aspire to find all the most simplicity ways of doing it. Could even do this by hand if you didn't have the electric. So you get creative. Any ingredient can be 3 ingredients, 4 ingredients. It can be more if you want. The dried nettles. I'm looking at nettles over there, drying them out. Even in the oven with the door slightly open, it acts as a dehydrator. Have it on low, wedge a spoon in the door. You can dry your own nettle. There's plantain leaves. You have nettle crisp, plantain crisp. It's endless. You just need to kind of take the kind of veil away, take the wool from our eyes, clean our glasses, and we see it's all there, all around us. So that's that bit. That is going to be the burger.